Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Because not to toot my own horn, but look at this frame, right? We've got counter, we've got head in shot. I nailed it. It's Super Bowl weekend. Jack and I are having a few friends over tomorrow night, and obviously it's the perfect opportunity to whip out my hosting skills. So I want to make a lot of yummy treats. The menu is buffalo chicken dip, nachos, obviously. We have like 5,000 bags of masa chips in our storage unit. I'm so excited to use those because if you haven't tried them, I promise they actually are worth the hype. I don't give a fuck about the whole seed oil thing, but they taste delicious because of the fact that they're cooked in the like beef fat, essentially. It just makes them so flavorful. And then I'm making these little cute mini teriyaki meatballs and cookies, obviously. We're gonna start with the cookies today because I wanna lighten my load for tomorrow as much as possible, since there's just gonna be like a lot of moving parts, a lot going on in and out of the oven. So I figured I could prep the dough today, let it chill in the fridge overnight, and then just pop them in the oven tomorrow. So we're gonna make everything together, starting with the cookies. Let's do it. The cookies I will be making today are from the Broma Bakery Sweet Tooth Cookbook. I adore Broma Bakery, and these are in fact the best chocolate chip cookies in the world. They're brown butter chocolate chip cookies. Okay, what do we need? Butter, brown sugar, regular sugar, egg, vanilla, flour, baking soda, salt, and chocolate. I think my regular sugar is in my storage unit, so I have to get that, but let's start gathering everything else. You guys, you would think that I'm like a type A person. I'm a type C person because I can't have things out. Like, I need my house to look like no one lives in it, but then when you open the drawers or the closets or whatever, it's scary town. It's madness. I will say though, last weekend Jack and I cleaned out literally every other drawer, and they look beautiful and stunning and perfect. I'll show you those. I'm not afraid to show you those. This is like the one drawer we didn't. It's like our pantry drawer, and it's just everything's thrown in there. So this will be a later project, but we've got brown sugar. Check. We've got flour. Check. We've got chocolate chips. We need baking, did it say baking soda or baking powder? I have both. Baking powder. Where'd the baking soda just go? Ah, wait, do I have baking soda? Okay, well, let's just hope it's baking powder. What else did it say? Vanilla. We've got a whole thing of it right here. What else did it say? Let's go back. Oh, eggs, salt. Fuck, it said baking soda. Fuck. If I have to go out in this weather, it's like negative 13 degrees. I went to Solid Core this morning, and with the wind chill, because it was Solid Core's by the water, it was so frigid. My fingers were numb through my gloves. And I never wear gloves, so the fact that I even wore gloves is saying a lot. Oh my god, I have leftover mac and cheese from last night. Wait, I kind of want a bite of that. Oh, butter. Definitely need that. All the Vital Farm stuff was on sale at Whole Foods because I don't know if you guys are following the egg drama. I unfortunately am. But basically, you know, Vital Farms like prides itself on being organic. Like, it's $1 million for eggs. And everyone thinks it's worth it because the egg yolks are like bright gold. Means the eggs are like quality or whatever. It's like the darker yellow the egg is. Apparently they're feeding their chickens like marigold extract to make the yolks look more gold than they are, and so their stock plummeted. Like, their stock price crashed because all of this drama about their eggs / chickens came out. So yeah, long story short, the butter was on sale and I snapped it. I think that was it. I think I just need to go downstairs and get the sugar. BRB. Right, the brown butter is cooling. It smells absolutely delicious, and we're gonna get started with the cookies. Okay, so the first thing we're doing is the brown sugar and the regular sugar. We need a cup of light brown sugar. At first I was gonna use the recipe calls for light brown, but I thought I only had dark brown, and then I found this light brown in the storage unit, so we're good to go there. It says packed, so I'm thinking about investing in a food scale, because at first I was very anti, because like I don't know anything about grams. But then everyone said it's a game changer for baking. So perhaps I will have to invest. See, that would have been a good thing to put on the registry. I'm thinking about all of these things that would have been good to put on the registry after the wedding is over. Because during the wedding, it's just too overwhelming to think about. You don't know what you need. You're thinking about a million other things. And now that the wedding is over, I'm like, oh, I should have put boom, 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 boom. But I didn't. But Zola does offer like a 20% off post-wedding, so I've been utilizing that. We just got new Tupperware, feeling very adult, very fancy. Okay, cup of brown sugar, a 1/4 cup of cane sugar, or granulated sugar. My 1/4 cup is in the wash from this morning, so I'm just gonna do a little less than a 1/3 cup and hope that it's fine. See, if I had a food scale, that wouldn't have been a problem. Oh, now we add the brown butter. Gorge, scrape all those brown bits into the bowl. Brown butter and brown sugar. Is there any better combo? All right, let's mix that up. It's 1 egg, 1 whole egg, 1 large yolk. Perf. After this, we just add flour, baking soda, and salt, and chocolate chips, and we're done. I might just have to do a little taste test, you know, quality control, make sure that they're good enough to serve to guests. Otherwise, I would be not the best host, right? It would be rude of me to not taste test. That's what I've decided. Okay, it's almost 3 o'clock on Super Bowl Sunday. Our guests are arriving between like 5:36. I want to make it a little bit easier on myself. Cookie dough's already prepped. We did that yesterday, so all I'm gonna have to do is pop that in the oven later. I think the easiest thing to make is gonna be the nachos, and the more time consuming things to make will be the buffalo chicken dip and the meatballs. So I'm gonna prep those now so that way later all I need to do, like the cookies, is pop them in the oven, and then I can just do the nachos kind of on the spot because it's pretty low effort. I will say I woke up this morning at 5 a.m. with the worst cramps ever after going to bed at 1 a.m. and then finished my morning, like the little sleep I had left, on the couch with the heating pad, 3 Tylenol later. So if I feel a little lackluster today, that's why. I am exhausted and I am in pain, but we're committing. First thing I'm doing for the buffalo chicken dip is just cooking 2 breasts of chicken, and then once that's done, we'll shred it and get started on the rest of the dip. So let's do that. While the chicken cools, I'm gonna get started on everything else for the buffalo chicken dip, and then we'll shred that and put it all together. So first things first, we're doing a cup of cottage cheese right in the blender and 1/2 cup of buffalo sauce. Now let's blend that all together and whip it until smooth. All the chicken is in with the sauce. Let's add some seasonings, add some cheese, and then I think we're good to go and put it in the baking pan. Now I will say I did season my chicken pretty generously, so I don't think I need too much, but I'm doing some onion salt, garlic powder, and some salt and pepper. But like I said, literally all of these seasonings are already on the chicken, so I think we should be good to go. I have some leftover mozzarella from the lasagna that I made the other day, and then a wild cheddar Monterey Jack mix. So I guess we should just finish this first so we're not wasting anything. And then I'm not gonna add the cheese on top yet until it's ready to bake. So we'll just mix this in. Okay, let's give this a mix. Fit more of this cheese in here. Can't hurt, right? It's not gonna make it bad. Transferred to the baking dish. This is one of the caraway pans. They're non-stick, so I don't think I need to spray it or anything. Just spread this into an even layer. Okay. All right, putting this in the fridge, and then, yeah, we'll do the cheese on top later. Let's put this in the sink. Thankfully, Jack will be doing all the dishes as per usual. Clean, clean, clean. I kind of want to put everything away and then like start from scratch so I have a fresh blank canvas to work with. So let's just quickly do that. All right, let's make some meatballs. We're using ground beef. You could switch it up and use 1/2 ground beef, 1/2 ground pork. I just don't eat pork, personal preference. So that's why we're doing just beef, but if you eat pork, that's the option for you. At first, these were not on the menu, but then Jack felt like we didn't have enough protein options. Classic. Not even enough protein options, but he was like, this is basically gonna be our dinner. We're not eating anything else, so we should have some like more substance and not just chips, which is fair, I'll give him that. Let's add the beef. And I don't suspect that these will be too difficult, especially since I'm prepping them beforehand. I think it'll be fairly easy, and I actually think they're gonna be really delicious. Yesterday when I was buying the stuff for them and talking about them, I was like, wait, I'm actually really craving this. So I'm very pleased about the addition. Okay, ground beef, check. Oh, it's just splatter. Not in my cashmere set. It's from Madame, by the way. They just had a big sale. Okay, I guess I have no choice but to touch it. I really need to order gloves. This is my mental note to order cooking gloves because it's been far too long without them. Next up, we're gonna add 1 egg. Great. Oh no, I got a shell in my bowl. Fuckity fuck. This, everybody, is why you need food gloves. I thought touching the meat was bad. Now I'm touching meat and egg. And why is the shell the fucking hardest thing ever to get out of the yolk? Like, it's like an Olympic sport. Jesus, I got it. Okay, everything's going amazing. No worries there. Gonna add some ginger powder. Now we need 1 clove of garlic. I'm like dripping sweat. No, I need to turn some air on. I think we're actually gonna do 2 cloves of garlic because the more garlic, the better, in my opinion. I think Jack is on his way up. Yup, I was right. Hi. Oh, that was so nice of you.
I recognize that.
Thank you. Can I see them? I finished the buffalo chicken dip and now I'm just prepping the meatballs. I'm not cooking any of it until later.
Yeah,
just like have it in the fridge. Ah! That was just a freaking domino of spices and breadcrumbs. I'm good, I'm good. Okay, salt and pepper. I learned this little hack on TikTok where you soak your breadcrumbs in milk before adding them to meatballs, so that way it keeps your meatballs nice and moist. No dry meatballs here. You can close that. All right, what do we think? Do we think that's good? Add that in. Add our milky breadcrumbs. Now we get to mixing, rolling, and popping them in the fridge along with everything else. And then all my prep is done and we'll come back later. So